because in the video I didn't actually get to explaining any of the things, but I would like to perhaps journal them, so I guess that's what I'm doing right now. Last night I had a dream that was very odd. I woke up in this very interesting energy, and I realized that something that I had thought I had released, that I was back at a point looking at it from a new angle, and that's what the dream was bringing up, was something that happened to my very little inner child. And so I pulled some oracle cards and just kind of came down here and was like realizing that I really wanted to release this energy and this sadness in me. And I've understand that I somehow find a way to not have felt things very much sometimes, because I'm like so high vibrational, and now I'm like kind of plopped in my body. And so I made the intention to feel all the emotions that I have yet to feel, etc. Whatever. Now, I'm just having ideas about some other stuff. See, this is fuck. No, I'm gonna stay on topic. This is gonna become like an exercise for me. I'm gonna stay on topic. Okay, we're gonna do this. So yeah, so I come outside and I really wanted to feel everything's and all this stuff, and so I actually felt really called to smoke a little bit of weed. So I went outside and I poured my intentions into this little joint and really asked for wind, water, fire, and earth spirit to come through and to bless this plant, and to bless me and to call forth like my emotions and to bring them into the center of me so that I could release them. So I could finally have felt it fully so that I could be done with it, you know, sort of thing. And yeah, man. So I can even feel that intention sitting heavy on my chest right now. Okay, like honestly, it's not over. It's not over. No. Funny that you thought so, but it's really wonderful because I was singing and I was, you know, getting to the core of me and opening up my chakras and whatever, and then channeling and bringing this through. And also, though I had all these realizations, in part from the dream, but in part then from calling up my girl, the one who's not all bouncy and healed and bubbly and everything, but the one who's, you know, has literally a hole in her abdomen, a giant freaking black swirly holeness. And I'm looking at her seeing this, and she kept saying like, I'm fine. Like I don't understand, like I'm fine. And it just made me realize so many things about my root chakra, because this was like in the earth for me. This was my root. And so coming up and releasing that, and then in my my sacral chakra, my creation center, it was this: I'm not worthy, so I'm fine and I'm not worthy. So I was switching those statements to I'm not fine and it's not fine. Like, it's not fine. This little girl sitting there with this giant hole in her, she's not fine. It's not fine. It's not fine for her to be walking around with that, for her to not even be putting up, like, no, it's not fine. She's not fine. So that energy of like, fuck no, like, no, this is not okay. And then also that energy of the creation of like not being worthy, you know, like all these energies. So yeah, and then that eventually went up to like being seen, like literally just seeing, like even me seeing other people even. And as I'm seeing, of course, I'm dealing with like the cosmos and like opening up to like, so to the other people in the room that are hearing the recording, but then also to myself. So kind of that like, how do I make this image? I can't make this an image, but like kind of like that, and then we closed the loop, and I brought it back, giving to them and them giving to me. So I did close the loop, but at first it was like shooting out and shooting inwards. And then also shooting into my own like here now moment of where I am, present time and place, and shooting that out to the cosmos as well, and thinking about the solar system as the chakra system. So with moving those energies, it was also like in the I'm not fine, it was actually like moving that energy even within like of not of I'm not fine, but like that how do I say this, like okay, so yeah, like releasing that energy, releasing that energy, releasing the need to be fine, and releasing the fact that it's, or releasing the idea that it's not okay to not be fine, sort of thing. So yeah, And that was in the deep root. That was really in the deep root. And then for my sacral chakra, it was like, because that was part of the energy too, was the whole like it's fine energy is like I can't shine my sparkle or something, so I'm not worthy of being bright and beautiful. I'm not worthy of being clean. I'm not worthy of having emotions. I'm not worthy of expressing myself. I'm not worthy of sharing my voice or being honest with people or saying like, hey, I was assaulted when I was a kid, or whatever it is. Whatever it is. So yeah, so then my dad comes, and he's actually waiting across the street for like 13 minutes or something. I don't know however long I was. Yeah, the 13 minutes. Then he had arrived, and I'm across, belting. I mean, not sometimes. Yeah, like people can hear me. Like it's not, if they're in my reality that I am singing, they can hear me. Okay. And so, but I see this message. So I go and I pick up his camping gear. Funny enough that it's like stuff about home and sleeping, whatever. So I pick it up to give it back to him, and I walk across the street, and he's just like in his car, like looking at his phone. And I drop it off, and he like goes to like give me a hug, and I say like, what? I think I said no. Yeah, I think it was just like no, or like, yeah, whatever. And he was like, oh, like, I don't know, maybe it's something where I don't even know what he said, but all I said was, I don't want to be touched right now. That's all I said. I don't want to be touched, period. And, yeah. And then, I don't know, he was just so small. Honestly, the words were so much less than the whole like beingness of feeling present in my body, of really feeling present in my body. Holy shit that I could even say that. Feeling that way, and like seeing him from like my full height. No, literally. Like I was like my full being looking at this tiny little speck. And there's part of it where it's like I softened because I still it was like I wasn't there to like yell at him or like be mad at him. Like I've thought about that. Like, should I tell him what he did to me? Should we have a conversation about this? But the thing is that I've tried that type of stuff in the past, and he just gets scared and runs away. Which is kind of symbolic of various parts of myself, that like if I would attack because they did something bad or wrong, they'd run away. And if they were the victim of that, they would run away, sort of thing. And so I still had, I'm still, how do I say this? Like my energy just felt so good. It just felt so good. And I didn't need to I really discovered I didn't really need to do that much to protect myself. But it was about that. It was about setting my boundaries, not letting them be crossed, and making them be heard. Like me protecting myself. Literally, finally, me protecting myself. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Good job. Good job. I love you. Okay, anyhow. So yeah. Oh, that's so exciting. It's so exciting. Like, just how wonderful. It's like, it's lovely to like be protected, know I'm like protecting myself, like know that I'm fully capable of it, So yeah. And then I just asked him what he was doing. I was like, that's gonna be lovely. And then I was like, okay, like goodbye. And I started to turn around actually and go, and he was like, wait. And I stopped and I looked back, and I saw it. I saw this like me setting of this boundary, and the first one I had no doubts, totally clear, no. And then like oh shit, like really, okay, not too bad. And he didn't really try to cross it. Like I was firm enough that it was like, no, it was like a dog will listen, if you bark at them, sort of thing. And but on that last bit, I did turn back, and I've just seen a little bit of this patterning in my energy system of looking back at old friendships, old relationships, old things, just in general, having done that in the past, kind of sticking on to it, even though it's gone and done, and I ended things. It's like I would still consider that person, and and I feel like, anyhow, I just saw something on the screen, but that's fine. Yeah, and I would just, yeah. And so I noticed that a little bit of like, this is an opportunity where all of a sudden I realized that I just made a choice to walk away from him, and I turned around. How interesting. And only halfway, like I only kind of did like a half turn sort of thing and looked at him. But in that moment, I saw that because because there was like that half instant where it's like I didn't fully commit then to my boundary or to like my exit point or something. It's like I could like see this energy, like I could, how do I describe this? Like in his energy field, I could feel there being a sense of, oh, that wasn't a real, or like, oh, but that boundary's okay to cross or something there. Like it was just like this twinge of like, not quite this acknowledgement that he had like almost won or something or that whatever, but like that, like I was still looking for him or something. Like I still was focused on, I was still like that hurt kid who wanted his affection so much that all he had to do was offer me a moment of it and I would turn around, right? It was that kind of energy almost. And so, ooh, I don't like that one. I do like it. No, I don't like it. Anyhow, it was that energy. So that was just kind of curious to like make note of that within myself, but also like recentering myself because I'm not that, and that's not okay. And I will set this boundary. And it was just a confirmation and reminder that no, I'm actually done with this conversation because then, but I'm kind of glad too, because I turned around. So it's like this one opportunity that he kind of, and I was curious what he was going to say. And I think he just said like, so what are you up to? Or like, what are you doing? Or what are you gonna, I don't know what it was, but it was like, just like my feelings that arose with me when I heard it was that I was already done with the conversation before he said it, to be honest, because I saw that change in his energy, because it was a reaching energy. It was like a wait. And then it was like, oh, sort of thing. And it was like, okay, like I'm done. Like the moment I saw that, I was like, I'm definitely leaving sort of thing. But his actual words, like I'm almost kind of glad I heard them, because it's like maybe in the past I would have thought of like, oh, but what it, like somebody could ask like, what if he had something really good to say? Well, now that I've heard it, I can officially say it was nothing. It was nothing. It was like I wanted that for so long. In fact, him being interested in me or my life or being a supportive figure or anything like that. And it's like, when I finally heard that, and it's like, I see a white butterfly now. Like, not even so much that's the best you can do, but like, oh, I actually don't care. I don't care. You can see me because I see myself now, but I don't care. No longer do I care. And that was even with my mom too, is coming back into here. I feel all of these things within me constantly when I'm around her. Oh my gosh, constantly. It's like a static haze. It's like, what the fuck, man? But I can recognize that it's hers. It's hers because she's gone for the day, and here's sacred space. And I can set sacred space no matter what, period. I can always do it. And at the same time, I am making environmental choices about this place that I am soaking myself in. I am still the one making those choices. So it's interesting because I got to go outside, set a boundary with my dad, come in and set one with my mom. So I open the door and immediately I hear like the news, and they're talking about sex trafficking, and they're talking about fear mongering, all this stuff, all these horrible things. And I come in and I'm really firm. Like I just shouted to the sun that I'm fucking worthy. Okay. Like I'm good. I'm so happy. And I come in and I hear this, and it's just static and it's just buzz. And I'm so aware of how much of it is just going into her. And then it's just a motherfucking spiral. And it's like, what direction are you going to go in the spiral? Are you going to go down? Or are you going to go up? Because that's what your choice is. And if you're going down, you're like, she's just saturating herself with this stuff. And it's like, it's not healthy in any universe, in any world, especially not how this one is set up. And it's just, it projects more of it. It creates more of this. I so deeply understand this. And at the same time, I understand how valuable my energy is. I understand that I have been bleeding my energy, not through her like quote unquote taking it, but because I have not been standing up for the energetic environment that I expect. And now it's an expectation from myself to then do the work to provide that, instead of just this like la-di-da experience. Now, as I'm saying that, I'm also realizing that there's like stuff that I need to get rid of that's in my room. So as I'm saying this, I'm also aware that if I'm setting boundaries with my mom, I should probably also set boundaries with myself. And at the same time, I would say that I don't like that. and we'll think about it. But for now, I'm really, really, really proud of the fact that I could even just finally realize this. Realize that if it is, how do I say this? Like, if it is, how can I protect my energy if I am constantly making the choice to return to a place or to live in a place that actively is no longer essential or helpful for my energy? Now, there has been great beauty to me coming back here, to me being here even right now, because I get to really be with this energy, really heal from this energy, and deeply forgive this energy. Okay? Deeply so. And at the same time, in being in this energy, I am finally starting to realize just how much it is a choice that I am making. It is a choice that I am making to be here. And it is a choice as to how I'm maneuvering around the space. And when I leave the space, that is up to me. I have to choose to read the space, understand the space. And I am doing this, you know, like sometimes when my mom's down here doing all her, I go upstairs. And when she's upstairs, I'm down here. But that's not it. That's not really it. That's not it. Okay, that's a mediocre way to deal with something like this. Okay, and it's what I need. It's what I'm meant to be doing here and now, right now, is doing a little bit of protection and a little bit of energy work and a little bit of realization. Okay, that's what I'm here to do. And at the same time, I'm recognizing somewhat quickly that if this is an energy for which is not of support to my highest and my greatest benefit, then I need to leave it. That is it, period. That's it, period. So, yeah, period. That's all I have to say. Okay, well, bye. Enjoy a beautiful day. I hope you enjoy. Just be enjoy. Jump to a fucking timeline that you enjoy.